baby! What is good, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy HMK once again with some Nintendo hype news that goes beyond speculation. But we're still gonna have some speculation or whatever. And it could tell us when and what Nintendo could have in store when it comes to announcements pretty soon, since, you know, Nintendo Directs are kind of MIA. Are they dead? Do you think they're dead? Leave a comment if you think they're dead. And the fact that Nintendo's using some really dusty servers for their online that they aim to fix. Whatever. In a very recent Nintendo's investors call when it came to their fiscal year of 2020, 2021, whatever. Anyways, they said that they have plans to announce certain titles they plan to release for the Nintendo Switch throughout the rest of 2021. Because as we all know, for us looking for news or anything when it comes to Bayonetta 3, Metroid Prime 4, Breath of the Wild 2, and whatnot, you know, we're kind of high and dry. But, you know, if you're a Nintendo fan, growing up with Nintendo, you kind of already know that high and dry is the way to go when it comes to their news and whatnot. However, they said they're preparing announcements for the releases in the upcoming fiscal year. And they said things like, oh, we're going to wait out for the release, and you guys should look forward to the release of the 3 coming months, this month included, when it talks about Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. We know that's coming this month. It's coming out actually really soon, like a week, less than a week. Oh yeah, I'm excited for that. That's February, right? And then Monster Hunter Rise for March. I know a lot of Monster Hunter fans are looking forward to that game, my brother included. Oh, I'm gonna have to finally give that one a shot, you know. Monster Hunter and me, just, you know, it isn't my bag. I'm not saying it's bad, it's just not my bag, you know. And then new Pokemon Snap for April. Those are the 3 coming months, right? So they say, you know, look forward to those titles, because after those titles release, which makes sense because the fiscal year, the next fiscal year for Nintendo to starts April 1st. So I mean, like, you know, new Pokemon Snap is kind of teetering around that since it's coming out in April or whatever. But April 1st, 2021 to March 31st, 2022 is the next fiscal year for Nintendo. And they said that they plan to do releases once they are in the next fiscal year, which could include, you know, late spring releases, summer releases, fall, winter, the holiday season, Nintendo Switch Pro, I don't know. And these, you know, titles that they're preparing, because apparently they have titles ready, they're just not ready to announce it, which once again goes in line with what Nintendo's been doing for, you know, the past year or so, months or whatever, where they literally announce something within the same year and release it in the same year. Sometimes like more than a couple of months, sometimes a month. I mean, you've seen Age of Calamity, you've seen Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Like, Nintendo's getting wild with their announcements and whatnot. So it looks like they're waiting out until the next fiscal year to begin, which is April 1st. So mark your calendars. That's when Nintendo's getting into the Wild Boy stuff. And then that could be possible that's when they'll truly start the Zelda 35th anniversary celebration. Because the 35th anniversary starts this month. However, you know, they still have prepping up and stuff when it comes to Mario's own 35th anniversary, which ends in March, the end of March, and that's when Mario dies. So when that happens, then they're probably going to gear shift over to Zelda. And if they're going to start around April, May, June, or whatnot, then we can expect some Breath of the Wild 2 news. Maybe some Bayonetta 3 news. Because Kamiya did say not too long ago that, hey, listen, when it comes to titles that we're publishing, we can talk about it all willy-nilly. But we're not publishing Bayonetta 3. Nintendo is. They're just developing. So they don't want a certain company to get... So, looks like Nintendo's the one in charge, truly, of Bayonetta 3 news or whatnot. And then when it comes to Breath of the Wild 2 and Zelda's 35th anniversary, today, in matter of fact, if you're watching this video today, the ESA have confirmed their intention of putting out an E3, a digital E3 this year. And you know, E3 is always around June or whatnot. And this will go along with another Summer Game Fest, which is the thing that Jeff Keighley created in order to, you know, like take up E3 spot, because that's what happened last year. But this year, they're going to be going head to head, which is going to be very interesting. Either way, either it be E3 or Summer Games Fest next fiscal year, that's the when, like, that's the pool of time. And Nintendo could be gearing up something finally for Breath of the Wild 2. Next fiscal year. Zelda's 35th anniversary. E3 coming back. Summer Game Fest. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it might be time. I think it might be time. In other news, Nintendo is finally replacing their dusty ass old servers that they've been using for online for about 10 years. The story originally broke out that they were using them for 20 years, which was updated and not entirely accurate. What's accurate is that these servers have been in use for almost 20 years, but Nintendo has been using them for 10 years. It doesn't change the fact that they're dusty. They're still dusty as fuck, right? And Nintendo's been using these dusty as fuck servers for 10 years that have been working for more than 20 years. And what? No, bro, this answers so many questions. Like, yo, why is Nintendo's online so trash? And now we're paying for it, but it looks like they're updating the servers. Finally, it was the NEX servers or the NEX servers that they are upgrading to MPLN. And the first thing they tried out with the MPLN is the Monster Hunter Rise demo. So if you decide, if you thought that was a little bit more smoother than what you expected with our Nintendo games and whatnot, then you probably see why, because they're testing it out. And they're probably going to phase it in completely for Monster Hunter Rise once the game drops in March. And then as time goes on, they're going to start going to phase over, all the other games that they have with online. And maybe, Smash Ultimate will have a good online experience. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to incorporate rollback because Sakurai's like, oh, that's too much of a problem and stuff. But maybe it'll be a bit smoother. Button input, button lag, please, whatever. So the MPLN servers have been testing out with the Monster Hunter Rise demo, and then when Monster Hunter Rise comes out, then they're going to be using those new servers or whatnot. But man, this answers so many questions. And I'm like, why are people not talking about this? Like, bro, that's crazy. How are you going to have these dusty, super dusty servers? Like, all right, Nintendo. Hopefully our money from the Nintendo Online Switch membership, whatever, is going to go into that. Other than that, when it comes to announcements that could be had when it comes to next fiscal year, people are thinking Breath of the Wild 2, Bayonetta 3. I don't know about Metroid Prime 4 because, bro, like that game literally restarted development not too long ago. Maybe they'll show some concept art. Maybe they'll show like a tech demo. I love Metroid. Trust me. I love the Metroid Prime games. They're some of my favorite games. Metroid Prime 4, bro, it's looking kind of queasy and whatnot. But in other news, Pokemon, a lot of people are saying that Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes could be part of the next fiscal year thing that they're planning to announce and whatnot. I mean, because, of course, the Pokemon games are headed by the Pokemon Company, which is like Game Freak, Nintendo, Creatures Inc., all that good jazz and stuff. But Nintendo still has a footing when it comes to announcing and talking about these games. I mean, they said, like, oh, new Pokemon Snap. Like, yeah. Look forward to that, which I am because I love Pokemon Snap. So new Pokemon Snap, when it comes out in April, I expect that they're going to start announcing things after the release of it. Because, of course, the fiscal year starts the 1st, but they're going to wait until the release of Snap so that no type of announcement can, cannibalize the, hype for the game and if people will buy it. But then again, this is Pokemon that we're talking about. So, I mean, like, what's going to cannibalize the sales of a Pokemon game? Mario? But, in case in point, I'm really, really excited. And then something that you should consider, lastly, is that Nintendo is also looking to hire someone to help them with their AV production, an AV producer, in which it listed like, oh, you might be able to help out with upcoming Nintendo Directs. So, Directs might not be dead. And I'm super excited for the possibilities. Like, this year, it looking like it's shaping up to be hype. And Super Mario 3D World with Bowser's Fury is coming right up. And when it comes to more news, all we have to do is wait 2 more months. Less than 2 more months. 2 more months, hopefully. But E3's back, Nintendo, let's get it. I am excited. Let me know what you guys think about these type of updates and what do you expect when it comes to these updates of Nintendo's next fiscal year, because this ain't a rumor. This ain't speculation. They said it themselves. So what do you think that they're talking about? Let me know in the comment section below. And once again, if you enjoyed the video, please like, share, favorite, and most importantly, subscribe to HMK for more Nintendo news and hype. Until the next update, this has been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.